Welcome to the Be Happy Now show. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. I'm Claudia-Sam. If you know that you're here for a bigger reason, this is the place to be. Together, we ditch the self-care guilt and quit the go, go, go with less fear and more trust. Tune in to living life in alignment with your full potential. The Be Happy Now show starts now. Hello, welcome to the Be Happy Now show. I just get so happy and joyful to bring to you episodes week after week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back, for tuning in, for taking what resonates with you, for leaving out the rest. I am just so grateful that I'm in your ear and that I'm in your pocket in a way. Today's episode is all about accessing joy. And I want to double tap on the idea here that I didn't call this episode What Brings You Joy? And instead, I called it Accessing Joy. The reason being that we have been living with this conception, this idea that joy gets to be brought from outside of us, that we get to be joyful when we wear jewelry, when we buy specific clothes, when we go on vacation somewhere new, when we buy ourselves a house and we organize our external outside environment to a level that the ego mind deems is enough for us to be in joy or to be joyful. And instead, today, I want to invite the new idea that might not be so new, but it is perhaps new for you, is that you get to access joy from within. It's not about what brings us joy, but it's about who we get to be so that we access joy from within. And don't get me wrong, this isn't about, okay, I'm not going to dress with nice clothes. I'm not going to wear the jewelry I want. I'm not going to do my hair or whatever. It's not about that because those get to inspire you to access that person who you are when you are in joy. So these, let's call them outside circumstances or outside tools, material, they get to bring us joy. Yes, well, and let me rephrase here. They get to be tools so that we can align ourselves with who we are when in joy. I'm going to repeat that. Tools like the outside circumstances, the external tools, or the material that we use, the people even that we say that would bring us joy in a maybe more conventional conversation, when we are aware that they are outside of us, that they are external circumstances, external tools, they help us align with who we really are when we are in joy, when we are tapped into our joy. It's almost like a portal. You know, when you walk into a house, you open the door. Oh, there you are. You're in the house. Well, these external tools like jewelry, I'm wearing jewelry because, like, this ring that I got in Holland, right next to the Dom Tower in Utrecht, I remember buying this ring and it brings me so much joy when I wear it, when I pick it out and I put it on. It allows me to embody that joyful person, that joyful being that I am. So it's not the ring that makes me joyful. I'm already joyful within me. The ring is like the door, it opens the door to access and joy within me. And I don't know if we'll be able to see this, but I have gold pants right now. Yes, they look like mermaid pants. They're gold. They are another portal for me to access joy within. So this is what today's topic is going to be: how to access joy. Okay? So being disconnected from joy can lead us from being stuck in spirals of inner worry to bowing out of opportunities for growth that would be there if we could only allow for us to see them. And joy is accessible within by choice. It is a choice to access joy within. We're going to talk about this today on the Be Happy Now show. And I'm going to offer up a meditation that you can tune into, that you can connect with. And we're going to discuss ways that you get to recognize the internal thought patterns that get in your way of choosing joy for yourself. We're also going to talk about how you can get out of your own way with the things that you, with the frequency, the energy frequency of your actions as well, because it's not just about the thought patterns that get us, that get in our way, but it's also specific actions that can come in our way, like scrolling through social media for so long and we're not sure what we're looking for, or always picking up our phone just to look at it. Those are actions that can disconnect us from accessing our joy. And that's what we are going to do today. I'm going to help you tap into that inner thought power, that so that you can change the energy frequency of who you are, how you're roaming around in the world, so that you can match that energy frequency of joy. If it's the first time that you're here, let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is Claudia-Sam. I'm your soul connection coach, and I support driven, ambitious leaders and guides who are tapped into their soul, or at least they want to be more, and they want to live life from a place of passion. When I say leaders and guides, I mean you, because you're a leader in your own life. And if you're listening to this show, it's probably because you know deep down inside that you're here for a bigger reason. And you know that you're here to help other people tap into their inner power, that you're here to guide others towards living life from that place of authenticity, of alignment, of joy, of passion, of alignment. Whatever your purpose is, you get to tap into that. And with my clients, I help them to align themselves with their purpose and get rid of the self care guilt and quit the go, go, go. And I do that using my tune in method. And if you're curious about where you are in the tune in method and what that even looks like, I invite you to go visit my website, tuneinmethod.com. We'll help you go straight to the tune in method and to the tune in program. And if you want to meditate with me, yeah, let me invite you to that. Because accessing joy gets to be cultivated and practiced. It's like a muscle that we flex. And here we flex the soul connection muscle so that you can be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. And so if you want to try more meditations beyond the one that I will share with you today, then you can go to claudiasamsoulcoaching.com and click on the meditate tab. And that will bring you to my Insight Timer teacher's profile. If you're not familiar with Insight Timer, it's a free meditation app. There's a bunch of teachers on there. I teach live yoga for presence on there, and I have a bunch of free meditations and also a self-care course that you can do. It's 5 days. So I hope to see you on the Insight Timer platform. Let's get to our topic. I'd love for you to just reflect back right now. What is one thing that you think prevents you from accessing joy within? To be more precise with my question, what is one thing you think, really, that you are thinking, a thought that you have that you feel might get in the way of you accessing joy? I'm going to give you an example of some things that get in our way and where we might not be super conscious of it. If you tell yourself, I'm stressed, I'm on the go, I have no time for myself 99.9% of the time, and things never change. If this is a discourse or a conversation you're having with yourself and with others around you without really being intentional with those words, you just say them out loud because that's been your reality for so long that it's an imprinted thought pattern in the way you communicate, in the way you show up. But what if what you're saying, that I'm stressed, I'm on the go, I have no time for myself 99% of the time, and it's not changing? What if it's only true for 65% of the time? Because you've been working on yourself. You've been noticing the pessimistic thoughts. You've been noticing whenever you're stressed, and you've been calming yourself down. You've been noticing whenever you say yes to things that actually would feel much better to say no to. And you've been making progress. But in your mind and out loud, what you're communicating and what you're portraying is not a true fact. If you are stressed, you're on the go and you have no time for yourself 65% of the time, and there you are saying that it's 99% of the time, well, that 35% of the time version of you has no chance, right? The calm, stress free, and that part of you that prioritizes yourself has no chance of success if that repeated thought counters the truth. So I just want to invite you to take a step back here and maybe take a deep breath in right now and exhale. Relax the shoulders and open the arms by your side with the palms forward. Can you press the feet into the earth or the seat? Really press firmly into the seat. Lift the crown, lengthen your whole body. Feel like you're in an open stance to receive. And say out loud, repeat after me. The old untrue things that I've been saying out loud and internally to myself, be gone. The things that I've been saying in my mind and out loud that are no longer true, be gone. I allow a new truth to come my way. Repeat that. I allow a new truth to come my way. I believe in the progress that I am making. I believe in the progress that I am making. Take a breath in and out. Yes. Just that is you choosing to access joy, because just that is you saying, "Oh my gosh, I no longer want to be self-sabotaging. I no longer want to repeat thoughts that are not true. They are not serving you." So, congratulations for making this choice right here, right now, to shift out of the old thought pattern that might be getting in the way of you choosing joy for yourself. Just by this stance, with the wide arms by your side, with the shoulder blades together, the wide chest, the affirmations in the present tense in a positive manner, allows you to receive ways to access more joy, allows you to receive the exact thought patterns that you get to recondition your mind with. This allows you to live life to your fullest, to your full potential. Okay. Now, when we are talking about accessing joy, there's so the thoughts that we just spoke about, there's also the actions that can get in our way, because they're like thought can be patterns. There can be patterns of thoughts that we repeat over and over again and we don't even notice it. There are also actions that we can do that we don't notice. How many times do you pick up your phone every day just to look at the time, just to look at if you have notifications? What is that action carrying in terms of an energy frequency? When we think of an energy frequency, we think, that everything is energy. And this concept comes from, um, I have the book, and where is it? Um, Let me just quickly right, I have the name for you. It's David Hawkins. Yeah, okay, that's it. It's Power versus Force. In his book, Power versus Force, he talks about the different energy frequencies. And I wanted to make sure I bring his name out, of course, because this is not my concept and I'm sharing it with you. Everything is energy, everything has a frequency that it emanates. Okay. Even the Wi Fi has frequency that it emanates. The magnet has a frequency that emanates. Our words, our thoughts, the heartbeat, they all have a specific energy frequency. And in David Hawkins' book, he talks about how there are low vibe frequencies like hate, pessimism, anger, fear, negativity. That is even guilt and worry. Those are energies that are really low frequency. And when we live in that area, I would also go to the extent of saying when we feel disconnected from joy, we live in that low frequency vibe. Therefore, access and joy is a little bit harder because we are choosing to think thoughts that are pessimistic. We are choosing to take actions in a repetitive way that are not necessarily serving us to raise our energy frequency to the one of joy. Imagine it like like a V, okay? An inverted triangle where at the bottom it kind of feels like constricted energy. It's tight, it's closed, it's dark, there's not much space. That's where fear and anger and pessimism lives. When we rise up and at the top of the triangle or at the top of the V, we feel like, wow, an inverted V. Okay. When we're at the top, we feel more open, abundant. We receive, there's more possibility and opportunity. There's joy, there's happiness, there's the success, the feeling of success, of gratitude. It's all there. And so those are calculated in hertz. And because I don't have the specific numbers right now, I'm not going to say numbers. But you can also look at Abraham Hicks and the emotional scale. It'll also tell you all about the different energy frequency of the different emotions. And what I just want us to open up the discussion to is every time we pick our phone and we look at it, there is an energy behind that action. There is a desire behind the action. Maybe it's like, oh, have I missed something? Right? Do you resonate with that? Picking up the phone and being like, oh, did I miss something? Was I late for something? Did someone want me? And am I there in time? It's almost like we're saying when we pick up our phone every time just to check, it's almost like we're saying, yep, it's okay if other people can rule my life. It's okay if other people's agendas and other people's requests over how I want to feel and how I want to live my life. It's okay if that overpowers my choices. Every time you pick up your phone, that's what it says. So what's what it can say. Therefore, I'm inviting you right now to pause, take a breath in and out. What is an action that you repeat without really knowing? What is an action that you repeat without really knowing? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's hitting the snooze button. Maybe it's looking at your emails every 3 minutes. Maybe it's um, repeating problems. I I have been in an environment recently where I can hear the person I'm conversing with stating over and over and over again the problem that they feel they are having. They will be in a conversation. They will say whatever is wrong, whatever they're blaming, whatever energy is the pessimism, whatever's wrong, whatever's happening that keeps them disconnected from joy. They will say it in a conversation. They might say it two, three, four times. That's a repeated pattern. It can be associated to a thought, but it could also be associated to an action because the sharing of the ongoing story of the problem, that is working your body up, right? It's like I'm going to work myself up to go in the fighting ring. I'm going to work myself up to really access that anger within me. So I'm going to repeat the problem and I'm going to repeat the problem and I'm going to repeat the problem. There is an episode about entering the boxing ring that I recorded or that I did. Let me see which one it is. I believe it is. Um, should I defend myself or walk away? The episode of January 6th, 2022. Should I defend myself or walk away? I invite you to go listen and tune into that one because it's all about learning to remain your truest self when a conflict arises so that you can stand in your own power and not give it away by convincing, defending, or proving yourself. And what I'm noticing is that one of the actions that can disconnect us from joy is when we keep pressing the button of the pain vocally, internally, externally. Do you relate to that? Do you sometimes do that? And what that creates is just a spiral of worry, a spiral of overwhelm. It even takes us to panic attacks. So, is that an action that you do subconsciously, just repeating what the problem is, engaging in the gossip, maybe engaging in the gossip of what's happening, and again repeating the same things? Those are also actions that can disconnect us from joy. Now, what is joy? What is joy? What is joy to you? What is joy to you? Joy for me is a state of being. It's a state of being, and it's the person I get to be in that place, worries aside. So, that person that I am when worries are not taking over, in other words, when the ego's not driving my car, I'm accessing joy. I am that person I get to be. Joy is what makes me giggle, what makes me smile, right? Like wearing these gold siren like pants, that makes me giggle and smile. Joy is what allows me to share from my heart and connect from that place. Joy is the energy that to me releases worry, and joy is the foundation of happy decisions. So, for the 5 minutes that we have left, let's tune in to a meditation that I promised you so that you can access that calm place and access joy from within. If it's available to you, close your eyes. Relax your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, even the tongue, and feel as if your head was just sliding back a little bit, like on a horizontal axis, sliding back into its socket. The chin is slightly down, and the crown of the head lifts, shoulder blades down, buoyant heart. Ah, come to the breath. Exhale everything. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2. For 5, exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Normal breath. Notice how your body is more comfortable, calmer, and more present. Allow yourself to be fully grounded and rested back into the arms of the present moment. Now, now, now. We're going to use one of those external tools to help you tap into the person you are when you access joy. Imagine that you are right now in one of the places that makes you so happy. The place, the setting, the environment that allows your smile to be so big, that allows worry to be not there. That place that allows you to feel so present and on purpose. Where is that place? Can you see that place? Can you be there? And even if in this location there are screaming people, there are fights around you, it doesn't matter because you are in this place and you get to access it from within. Breathe the energy of who you are when you are accessing joy. Breathe into this energy of who you are right here, right now. This is you accessing joy in the present moment. Feel it. Relax into it. Relax your body. Take a deep breath in with a smile. Open the mouth, exhale. Can you now remember the feeling of who you are when you are accessing your joy, when you are tapped in to the energy of it doesn't matter what happens around me because I am joy. And now open your eyes. Well done. What's your place? My place is 2 feet in the sand at the beach of Tahunanui in Nelson, New Zealand. And it just anchors me. It doesn't matter what's around. Who I am in that place is free. I'm abundant. I feel joyful. I feel like when I'm in that place, when I access that right now, it emanates already. I can feel like I'm that person who's on the beach in Nelson, New Zealand, even just by thinking of it. So see, we're opening the door to joy using that tool, and you get to access joy right here, right now within yourself. Congratulations. Thank you for tuning into the Be Happy Now show in this episode about accessing joy. I'm so grateful to have you by my side. And if you feel inclined, I would love to hear your review, your positive feedback, perhaps with a 5-star review wherever you listen to the show. Thank you so much for being here. And make sure to check out the tuneinmethod.com or Claudia-Sam and click on the Start Here button to download your free 3-step audio guide to put yourself first. I'll see you again next week. Thanks for being here. You've been listening to the Be Happy Now show with me, Claudia-Sam. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. Tune in live every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on transformationtalkradio.com. You are worthy of being you and of connecting to what stops you from living the life you are meant to live. Access more soul connection coaching at claudiasamcoaching.com.